Hello everybody, welcome back to Deck Tech for Decks. Today I've got an exciting one, so let's just jump right into it. We have Ashnod the Uncaring. At first I was like, okay, this is a really cool value commander. You know, we're going to sacrifice a bunch of stuff, we're going to get a lot of value, and then I was like, wait a minute. Don't you have to sacrifice the Shadowborn Apostles to activate their ability? And just like that, Ashnod the Uncaring Shadowborn Apostles was made. Because what's better than searching up one demon and throwing it onto the battlefield? Searching up two demons and throwing it onto the battlefield. Alright guys, let's go over these demons. We have Razaketh the Foul-Blooded. Notably, if we sacrifice a creature to activate his ability, we'll be tutoring up 2 cards, which is pretty insane. Archfiend of Ifnir. This guy's an overperformer in any deck that runs wheels, which we are. It's just gonna get us through our deck really efficiently. Be'lakor the Dark Master. We are obviously running Rites of Replication in this deck, so if we get this guy onto the battlefield, Rites of Replication him, it's over. Bloodthirster, this guy's just a beast, right? We're just gonna be hitting every opponent for 6 damage. Next up, we've got this Primnarch guy. Not even going to try to pronounce his name. You know, I don't feel like getting butchered by a lot of 40k fans, so we threw this guy in the deck. He's going to be really good. There's a lot of ways to pay life just to create a massive board state, so that's going to be pretty useful. Next up, we have Torborok's Hope's Demise. We are running those clerics, right? So we're going to sacrifice 6 apostles, draw 6 cards. Yes, we'll lose 6 life, but then we'll create a bunch of demons off of it. Sounds pretty good to me. Notably, if this guy's power gets up there, which he will, he has lifelink, so that's going to be useful. Venom Crawler. Again, get this guy on the battlefield, sacrifice 6 of those apostles, boom, this guy's an instant 7/7 with lifelink. I've named this portion of the deck Crazy Value, because that's exactly what it is. We have Mahadi Emporium Master. Whenever we sacrifice those 6 apostles, we're going to go ahead and create 6 treasure tokens off of that. Boom, we'll be able to hardcast our demons no problem. Gadark the Crown Scourge. Again, same thing, 6 treasure tokens straight onto the battlefield. And lastly, Pitiless Plunder. Same thing, right? So now, whenever we sacrifice those apostles, we're just going to have a massive influx of mana. Now that we have mana, we need to draw some cards with Species Specialists. Sacrifice those 6 apostles, and boom, you're drawing 6 cards out of nowhere. Smothering Abomination. Whenever you sacrifice a creature, go ahead and draw a card. So we'll go ahead and draw 6 cards. I'm into that. Greven Praetor's Captain. We're going to go ahead and sacrifice the guy whenever he attacks. Yes, we'll lose life, but we're going to draw cards times 2 that creature's toughness because Ashnod's going to go ahead and double this guy's ability, which can put our life total in a bind, but I'm all about drawing the cards, and we're going to do anything to get there. Next up, I'm just going to go over some cards that I think are powerhouses in the deck. Goldcollar Gisa, it's not a demon, but I just couldn't resist being able to double up on that ability. We're going to sacrifice a 5/5 demon and go ahead and create 10 2/2 zombies. That can get out of hand really quickly. Crick, Son of Yawgmoth, this is going to make it to where we're just paying life to cast those apostles. Rites of Replication, you already know, we're trying to end the game with this one. Cemetery Puka. Again, we're running a lot of wheels, so this guy's going to give us access to not only our opponent's cards, but what if we wheel out one of our demons? Well, you can't search it up then. Well, this guy's going to copy him, and no harm, no foul. Anger. Haste is really important, so this guy's an all-star. Let's move on to that card draw. We have Eloise Nephilia Sleuth. This girl, in my opinion, is already underrated, so putting her in this deck is going to put her exactly where she wants to be. We're going to draw 2 cards off of sacrificing those clue tokens. Notably, we don't get a double up on whenever you sacrifice a token Surveil because it's not an activated ability, but that's still going to be really useful in the deck. Yawgmoth Thran Physician. This guy's about to get a reprint, so hopefully that's going to knock down his price a little bit. But he's going to let us pay a life to put a 1/1 counter on up to 1 target creature and draw a card. Notably, we're going to be able to double up on that, so it's going to be pretty efficient removal and card advantage. Jessica's Will, this one's insane. You all know it's insane. This is going to let us hardcast some of our demons and just give us some card advantage while we're at it. All right, let's look at those wills. We have Windfall, Dark Deal, Wheel of Misfortune. I'm just going to go over this one real quick. It's not that confusing. Whoever chooses the least doesn't wheel, and then the other 3 players wheel, and the guy who chose the highest number takes that amount of damage. Reforge the Soul. This one's really good because of its miracle cost, and I did not include Magus of the Wheel because I don't want to wield twice because what if I draw into something and then boom, it just all goes to my graveyard. You know what I mean? I thought about it, but it's not worth it. Let's get into the ramp, and the ramp is very exciting with this girl. We have Dreamscape Artist. So you're going to go ahead and sacrifice a land, search your library for up to 2 lands, and put them onto the battlefield. Except for you're not. You're going to search up 4 lands instead, which sounds pretty crazy in these colors. Wayfarer's Bauble, again, sacrifice it. Go ahead and search for 2 lands instead of 1, because you're awesome. Burnished Heart, again, enjoy searching up 4 basic lands. Expedition Map is crazy in this deck, because we're going to go ahead and grab Orborg and Cabal Coffers. Now, you don't have to throw these in the deck, but I think they're pretty efficient because it's going to allow you to cast those Shadowborn Apostles really easily. Mana fixing, right? Arcane Signet, Dimir Signet, Izzet Signet, and Rakdos Signet. This is just going to help you get your commander out immediately, which is exactly what we want to do in this deck. Oh, and Soul Ring. Lastly, we are running a small reanimator package. We have Doomed Necromancer. This guy knows he's doomed. It's in the name, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to sacrifice this guy and go ahead and bring 2 of our creatures onto the battlefield instead of 1. Whisper Blood Liturgist. Sacrifice 2 creatures, return target creature card from your graveyard onto the battlefield. Doubling up on this is going to make it a 2 for 2 instead of a 2 for 1, which is pretty good. Chainer Nightmare Adept, I just think she's really efficient for what she does. You know, we sacrifice something useful or useless and we get something useful back. Hell's Caretaker, this one, I think it's underrated too, right? I think the sorcery speed is why people don't play this guy, but I think he's really good and he's definitely going to be really good in this deck. All right, let's end this video out with the removal. We have Go for the Throat, Reality Shift, Feed the Swarm, Glen Elendra Archmage. Notably, this can counter 2 spells. Like if you hold it back, there's 2 spells on the stack. That's a little niche, but she's really good regardless. Siren Stormtamer, again, we can use it to counter 2 spells. That's a niche scenario, but sometimes people are stacking spells on top of spells because they want stuff to resolve a certain way, and I'm pretty sure this is gonna be able to counter both of them, you know, as long as it fits the requirements to counter them. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Alright guys, that's the end of the video. Please like and subscribe. This is the kind of stuff I do, just short, quick, to the point deck techs that I think people find interesting. Let me know your thoughts on the deck. Leave a comment down in the comment section. It helps me out. That's the best way to help the channel if you're already subscribed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.